You have to leave this world in order to gain your sanity back. And that's why Allah Almighty ordered the 5 prayers a day, to leave your jobs, or not leave your jobs, but leave what you're doing. Find a means of just escaping, saying your prayers or something, or saying the Fatiha or something, because you go for your snacks and you go to the bathroom. Just go somewhere and remember your Lord. Just escape for a moment. 5 minutes, it don't take long. Allah knows. Allah can, in a blink of an eye, Allah may give you something. Calm you down. Your mind is calmed down and your heart is at ease. You can go back and deal with the people. We're not doing that. Everyone takes that lightly. Then Allah Almighty orders us to go for fasting. It's a means of getting away from those things that we love and we're always involved with. Allah shows you that. You can go without your food and your drink and your carnal desires to get more in tune to a reality of your true being. What a beautiful opportunity for escape to reality. And that's why Allah orders us to fast. Because He wants us to, look, you need to get out of this world while you're still in this world. And Allah gives us a means. Communism don't have that. Capitalism don't have that. Socialism don't have that. Because it's not driven by the Creator. It's driven by man, who is a creation. What does he know about the soul? Nothing. When they go on Hajj is something else. Because when you go to Mecca to Hajj, you're also going in the place where the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was born. The one whom Allah Almighty created all of this heaven and earth for Him, and wanted Himself to be known. So from His light, He sent through all those prophets to be able to bring people to that light and understanding, to be the inheritors of that light physically and be the seal of those prophets. But still, that light is still put in the hearts of sincere people's hearts that are able, that are realized through wisdom that they have to make an escape from this world to their Lord while they're in this world. They value that. Still, we don't get it. And so we don't feel that Islam is a part of us. No, Islam is your religion. It ain't my religion. That's your religion. That's your Islam. You're a fool. You don't understand you. Still don't understand it. Still don't understand. How much more you have to be down before you do understand? When you're on Hajj, you're going around the Kaaba. There are thousands, hundreds of thousands of people going in the same direction. They're just saying, oh Allah, Him Allah, Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik. They have escaped from this life. All of them were in white. Regardless of what their status was back in the world, it doesn't mean anything. A lot of them, they don't know if they're going to come back. A lot of people die on Hajj. And some people go on Hajj to die. You see them, somebody carrying them. There's people carrying them in a little cart, and they're going through, and I don't care how crowded it is. Everybody makes room when they see that. It could be 1,000 people jammed up in one like this, and as soon as they see that somebody had died, and they got that cart in there, I don't know how they do it. They got a cart in there, and somebody's on that cart, and they have them up in the air, and they're running out, Allah, 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 and they take them out of there. People just open right up like part in the Red Sea. It's phenomenal. You're there with all the souls of those who have ever made Hajj. You feel the presence of their souls over there, because Allah Almighty wants our souls to feel what He wants us to feel, the presence of our Lord. So when you're over there and your soul is feeling that energy that never leaves. The prophet was over there. All the prophets were over there. And you're running between Safa and Mara. Hagar, the mother of Ishmael, may Allah be pleased with them. Running between mountain to mountain. Who did she have to rely on? There was nothing of this world that she could seek refuge in. She had to seek refuge in her Lord, Allah Almighty. And then Ishmael, alayhi salam, took his little baby foot and hit it on the earth, of the floor of the earth of the desert, and out sprang the Zamzam water. That Zamzam water is food and it is drink. It satisfies your thirst and your hunger. And still, when you go, people come from Hajj, Zamzam water, it's still flowing. It's still flowing. But what is the lesson here? The lesson is that these people had enough mind and conscience and wisdom to seek refuge in Allah Almighty, the reality of their existence, the one who brought them in existence, and Allah Almighty never lets your faith go in vain. So we never really understand or reach our real faith because we never put it into practice, because we don't leave this world, escape from this world to Allah Almighty. So we never know the power of Allah Almighty. Yet we run into mosques where turbans is jabbed and underneath we're dead. Still no understanding. Because Allah Almighty says, don't think I'm not going to test you. Why is the test? To show who is true and who is false. See, because when you test it, you're really going to see who's true and true false. This is a true-false exam, life. Is this a Muslim, true or false? This a believer, true or false? Let's watch how they respond when they are tested. Let's see how they respond when Shaitan comes up on them. Let's see what they do. Let's see if when Shaitan comes on, let's see if they escape to some drugs or to some decadent behavior, or do they escape to their Lord, which is the antidote. Those are the believers. Believers are not distinguished from running into a mosque, sitting and listening to a doggone khutbah. The believers are distinguished when Allah Almighty is allowing Shaitan to test us, and he's sending those wrath and those calamities, and they're saying, oh my Lord, help me. They're calling out to their Lord. They're not looking to this world. Oh, where's the Red Cross? Where's FEMA? Now they're saying, oh my Lord, help me. Because if you don't help me, there is no help. And the people are there, and they're going around the Kaaba. And who's buried at the Kaaba? Hagar, the mother of Ishmael, alayhi salam. An Ethiopian slave woman. And on the side where she's buried, there is the drain of mercy, where you can hear those angels. Yawadud, 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 the loving. Yawadud, you can hear them. And you're going around it. And the Kaaba that Prophet Ibrahim and the daughter of Hagar and Abraham, there's a station there where he and his son Ishmael built the Kaaba. And the prayer was, oh Allah, make this a place of tranquility and security for the believers, not the unbelievers, the believers. Those that when they're tested, they said, oh my Lord, if you don't take it off me, they won't be taken off. Oh my Lord, I'm going through this, help me. They're not running to decadence. They're not seeking refuge in Shaitan for their relief. You think it's a relief? We go and we grab a bottle, we get drunk, we drop some pills, get high, we smoke some weed, we do something decadent, thinking I'm just going to forget about that. What happens when you sober up? Still there. All right, let me get drunk again then. It ain't changed. That's why you see how people get finished. That becomes, it becomes an addiction. That becomes their way of life. This is how they deal with their stress. That's why you see liquor stores. If people didn't drink it, they wouldn't be in business. If people didn't use the dope or the pills, they wouldn't be in business. If people didn't smoke the herb, they wouldn't be in business. So what is wrong with us? That we allow such decadence to be in our communities. And yet we say we are the best people evolved for mankind. Would you allow weeds to grow up around your beautiful flowers? That's why Muslims are devil fighters. They must fight devils. Because they have to establish and maintain and protect and guard their souls, which is Islam. Then they go on Arafat. Arafat is the place where Allah had made Hawa, Eve, and Adam to meet, and Allah forgave them on Arafat. So you begin to feel, your soul begin to feel the history of its reality. You feel it. And it strengthens you. And your mind cannot think of the world. Your mind is not thinking about your 9 to 5. Your mind is not thinking about your house or your car or anything. Your mind is only worried about its soul. And it's asking for and begging Allah for forgiveness. Its mind now is on the life coming after this life. Make him to be more steadfast and being able to escape from the decadence of this world to Allah Almighty, as opposed to escaping from this world to a lesser part of this world, to our lower desires, causing us to be addicted. If you're addicted to anything else other than Allah Almighty, you're setting up partners to Allah Almighty. If you're doing anything decadent you know you shouldn't be doing, you think don't nobody know, you know. If you know, it's known. Because Allah Almighty lives in all of us. We couldn't be in existence if Allah is always with us. But the thing is, we're not always with Allah. So when you're hiding around being sneaky, thinking that don't nobody see you, Allah sees you in you. And it's like, then Allah, what Allah does is that He informs the closest servant to bust us out. Don't be sneaky. You don't hide nothing. Nothing's hidden. What if you're addicted to that you sneak around and do? Stop it. Because there's an expiration date now. The earthquakes have already started. We said before, those servants of Allah Almighty will have a resistance to calamities like someone has a resistance to the flu. We fear the flu, so we go get flu shots. You fear a virus, but you don't fear Allah Almighty? Everybody running getting their flu shots. How many of y'all got y'all flu shots? You scared of a virus and you're not afraid of Allah Almighty? Little virus, you probably can't even see it. That's where we are, and we teach our children that, and they grow up like that. And that's why they don't grow through their full potential, and they have all kind of diseases and all kind of problems in their mind and their bodies and their souls. And so when they leave here and they're to the grave as unbelievers, to be punished in the grave and then on the resurrection. And because that's what they were trained to do. See, our parents basically didn't have no guidance. So Allah Almighty is guiding us now.